Hey, it's Rob Snowhite, fly fishing consultant, urban fly fishing guide in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to teach you to tie my bass worm fly today. We're going to tie it in pink so it's easy to see in the kitchen lights here today. This is a super easy fly. It's got very few ingredients. Goes to my Taco Bell analogy. You can get all of these from your local fly shop. This is named the Snallygaster. It's a long bass worm. You can put a weed guard on it. You can make it whatever color you want to adapt it to your body of water. It's got an Ultrasuede tail, long Krystal flat chenille body, skirt, brass cone. It moves in the water. Snallygaster is a mythological creature in the Potomac Highlands that comes out at night, takes your children from their bed and eats them. You can look up what it looks like. So what I'm going to start off with is an old bass hook. Orvis doesn't sell these anymore, I wish they did. They're nice and thin. They don't do too much damage to the bass. I'm going to keep this fly lightweight, so I'm going to use cone heads made of brass. Pink Krystal flat chenille, it's one of my favorites. It's got that 360-degree wrap around its body. Very pretty colors in pink. Ultrasuede tail, cut and colored to my likings to match the purple and pink. Then purple and pink skirt. So let me start off with my Regal Vise. I'm going to put that hook in there. It's going to stay. I'm going to take 210 denier and I'm going to wrap that in right above the hook point. Step one. I've got 3 strands of Krystal flat chenille already cut. One end is going to be wrapped facing you. One piece is going to be wrapped on top. And one piece is going to be wrapped facing me. I'm going to line these up just to make sure they're all about the same. Those are what, 4 or 5 inches long? You don't want it too long because then you're going to also have a tail on the end. But then again, this is a soft fly, so when the bass slurps it in, it all kind of collapses in on itself. I'm going to need 6/0 in my right bobbin. Color doesn't matter. So I'm going to braid these. Just a simple braid. This makes one large piece. You can use Bohemian chenille if you want for this in one piece. I like the texture. I like the light this throws off. I like the color of Krystal flat chenille. When I get to about a centimeter left, a 1/4 inch, I'm going to stop braiding. So I got these pieces sticking out right there. Looks like the mouth of a Demogorgon. You take my 6/0, and what I'm going to do now is just wrap it down. This is going to prevent it from coming undone. Just a couple wraps. If I was tying this for a store or commercially for a customer, I would probably be using pink thread. So 1/2 hitch in there. I'm going to take my tail now. I'm going to lay it down right about here. And I'm going to do a couple of wraps on there. Then I'm going to throw in another 1/2 hitch. So now I've got these extra pieces. So what I'm going to do is wrap these over my thread wraps. I'm trying to hide them a little bit. And then just a couple wraps of these. If you wrap over each previous wrap, the black or whatever alternating color won't show up a whole lot. Then we're going to trim this up. We're going to make the body and then the skirt, and that's it. I'm going to trim off the 6/0. We're done with that. Trim up the back of this. Any little piece of tail that might be sticking out. So now it looks a little bit cleaner. Now I'm going to take a ball of Krystal flat chenille. And the reason I tied it in a ball or hold it in a ball is I can control a little bit better what comes out. So I'm going to wrap this right behind the head, wrap down to the hook point and back. I'm going to leave this hanging. I'm going to wrap. This also just keeps it from getting tangled up in the right bobbin, which will happen. Wrap right up to that brass silver cone. Color of the cone doesn't matter. They're largemouth bass. Okay. Wrap that off. Now this worm, that'll catch a fish as it is. That's pretty cool looking. But we're going to add a little bit of skirt to it just to give it a little bit more shimmer and shake. So I'm going to rip my skirt in half. See that little piece? Let's trim those up. We just want this to tie in nice and clean right between the Krystal Flash chenille and the brass cone head. Right there. And there it goes. It gets sucked right under. Now if there's a big gap here afterwards, I can use more Krystal Flash chenille to fill it in. Take the other half of my skirt. Your fly shop should carry most of these. If not, you can always use the interwebs or take a road trip. So we'll tie this in. I could care less that this is black thread on a pink fly. It does not matter for largemouth or most fish in general. Fish are pretty stupid creatures. So that's the fly right there. There is a little bit of a gap, so what I'm going to do is just slide some of this forward. It's easier to slide forward than back, because if you slip, there's a hook there, and your finger will get caught in that hook. So this is the Snallygaster, unweighted mostly, with no weed guard. It's on a 1/0 hook. It's extremely sharp on that stinger hook, and this is a pretty cool fly. So I hope you like this. Tune into my podcast, The Fly Fishing Consultant. We got some cool guests coming up. You can learn more about fly fishing there. Any questions, hit me up online at robsnowhite.com. Snallygaster in pink and purple. This is the fly you're going to want to throw in your 8-weight, folks. Does not hold a lot of water. And it works. Thanks for watching.